Pilates video is for people with neuromuscular conditions to help support the exercises that you may have been given by your physiotherapist in your muscle clinic. It is important that you warm up prior to exercising. For example, if you have myocardial disease, ensure that you're in your second wind before starting these exercises. You may need to transition in and out of exercises if you have other conditions, for example, certain types of channelopathies. For conditions that cause fatigue, for example myasthenia, or where exercise may trigger symptoms, for example channelopathies, ensure that you do a low number of repetitions and you have enough rest break prior to each exercise. If you have any pain or discomfort, stop and seek advice from your physiotherapist. Okay, so I'm going to show you a nice upright seated position. So we're going to start with where your feet are. So you want your feet underneath your knees, so slightly closer together, that's it, and backwards. So you want 90 degrees at your ankles, 90 degrees at your knees and at your hips. So if you need to come forward a little bit with your hips in the chair to get your 90 degrees. Your arms nice and relaxed. Okay, so what you want is nice and open across your collarbones, and you want to imagine that your shoulder blades are coming back into your back pocket, so melting down your back. Thinking about your head position, okay, so you're imagining that someone is pulling you up through the crown of your head, so you're lengthening up through the back of your neck. And then if you place your hands on your hips, okay, and I want you to imagine that your hips are a bucket. Okay, so you're just tipping the bucket forwards and then backwards and then forwards and backwards. So to get your neutral spine, you're coming to a point where that bucket is upright, okay, so not tipped forwards or backwards. And then again, go ahead and relax your arms on your legs. Okay, keeping that upright position, and then you're wanting to find those core muscles, those deep abdominal muscles. So you're going to gently draw your belly button towards your spine. As you're doing this, make sure that you're able to breathe, so don't hold your breath. And just gently keep those tummy muscles engaged. Sometimes it works better if you think about your pelvic floor muscles, as your pelvic floor muscles as a net, and you're just gently drawing that net upwards. Again, keep breathing. Okay, so from this position, just see if you can go up into a shoulder shrug and then relax. Okay, and again, some shoulder shrugs and then let it go and relax. And you can also do a little bit of a rotation. So shoulder rolls. Okay. And then let your shoulders come all the way down and think about those shoulder blades melting down into your back pockets. And then you're just going to turn your head all the way one way and then the other way. So getting some stretches into your neck. Okay, so we're just going to come into neck rotations. So what you're going to do, so from your neutral position, you're just going to turn your head one way and then the other way, and only going as far as is comfortable for you. And then you're going to come back to the middle, and then you're going to take your ear down towards your shoulder. So really important to keep your shoulder nice and relaxed so that you don't bring your shoulder up towards your ear, but your ear down towards your shoulder. Okay. Then we're going to move on to breathing. So place your hands at the bottom of your ribs. I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, I want you to feel your ribs coming out against your hands, and breathing in, breathe, and then breathing out. As you breathe out, you should feel your hands coming back together. Okay, so do that again. So a deep breath in, and have a sniff there in, and then breathe out. So that sniff just adds a little bit of extra air into your lungs. So, and doing once more, breathing in and a sniff, and then breathing out and feel your hands coming back together. So we're going to do a wrist stretch. Okay, so try and put your hands together and see how far you can get them. So you want your hands to stay together. If they start to come apart, then it's okay to have the stretch up here, but you're wanting to stretch out as much as possible. We're going to turn this from the rest stretch, we're going to turn this into a rotation. So keeping your hands in this position, you're just going to turn your shoulders and then back to the middle. So keeping your head and neck and your nose over your fingertips as you do it. So you're just going to turn just as far as you can and back to the middle. Okay, and then relax your arms down. And then we're going to bring your arms up into this position. Okay, so now you're going to keep your nose in line with your wrist here. Okay, so don't be tempted to let your shoulders and your elbows rock any further. So all you're going to do is you're going to twist as far as you can one way. And then you're going to twist the other way, keeping yourself in line. And then come back to the middle and relax. So now we're going to do arm openings. So bring your arms out in front of you and you're going to bring one arm back. Okay, following it with your eyes as you do it, and then back to the middle. Okay, and then you're going to come the other side. So you should feel a nice stretch across your shoulder, and you'll get a bit of a rotation of your spine as well. So again, you're coming out with one hand. It should feel like a really nice stretch. Back to the middle, and then one on the other side. And then let your arms relax down. This is finger stretches. So what you want to do is have your hands out in front of you and try and curl your fingers all the way into your palm. Try and make sure that your fingernails go deep into your palm so you get a good stretch. If you feel you're not able to do that, then you can use your other hand to curl your fingers in and making sure that you curl your fingertips all the way in. These are limb lifts. So you're going to start in your nice neutral position. So thinking about engaging those core muscles. So you're sitting nice and tall, neutral spine, engaged core. Feet on the floor. And we're going to go and we're going to lift one leg off the floor and then back down. So if you feel that you're coming back and slumping back a little bit, you can get a little ball and just place that behind your back as a reminder and to keep you in that position. So we're going to lift up and then back down, and then you're going to alternate. So keeping up nice and tall as you do this exercise, and you're alternating one leg and then the other leg. If this feels too difficult, you can start off by just lifting your heel off the floor and then back down. So making sure that you're keeping your neutral spine as you lift your heel off the floor. Okay. And to make it more difficult, you can straighten your knee. Okay, so again, you're wanting to make sure that you're nice and straight, neutral spine, up nice and tall, relaxed shoulders, and breathing. So you can breathe out as you take your leg out, and breathe in to bring it back in. Okay. And come back to the middle. And the last exercise on this one is to have a bit of a stretch. So just pushing your legs together so you have a bit of a stretch. Relaxing your shoulders as you do that. Okay, so knees in together. So zipping those knees up and then relaxing them.